I don't know if anybody's going to come on this thing.
Yeah, but you're on. I would try. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to do a better camera. I need to get another piece to do it through the phone because doing it through your phone will be even more amazing. But hold up. So let me see.
Do what you got to do. This way, this is a dress rehearsal.
Yeah, but I'm gonna see if I could like see it on my phone, like as a if I go to Facebook and I see Goody's live.
One good thing about it, you don't have to
Oh
edit.
yeah, yeah. It's showcasing right here. Goody's My Place live, right over here,
Got it.
and see live video. There you go. Being
Am
live.
I doing it?
Yeah, you're doing it. Oh, it's a there's a delay.
Oh, there is a delay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm hearing myself talk like a couple of seconds ago.
Is that supposed to happen?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a delay. Hold up. You hear?
It's a long delay.
Yeah. There you go.
People will see me tomorrow.
That now you're dancing. Yeah, you're doing it. Oh, there's a delay.
Yeah.
I'm hearing myself talk like a couple of seconds. Yeah, but I wanted to, but now I want to do. I want to ask if we could utilize Zach's cam for this because all we got to do if he's not utilizing it, we could probably use because he probably has a high quality camera, and I could probably hook that up than utilizing this one. You know?
You want me to ask him?
Well, did he step out?
No.
I mean, we're good. We could set that up.
That's
I
the
mean,
one-
we could set it up for another time.
Well, no. I want to take care of all this.
You want to take it all that, but you're live. You know that you're live right now. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Mammy.
I'm gonna transition.
Folks, if anyone is there, whoa. This is like a testing a rocket for the first time.
Yeah, because I'm gonna.
Artemis, is that what it's called? Artemis, Amethyst, Amethyst.
Yeah. But I don't see it on YouTube. It says it's live streaming on YouTube.
Come over here. Good boy. Come here, you. You my good boy, Kobe. Bring me the bone. Hello, anybody out there?
I don't know what's going on for. There you go. Yeah, you're live. I'm seeing you live
Hey.
on YouTube.
Wednesday Night Live.
Yeah. Okay, but all right, cool. But this one's a little. I don't want to utilize. Yeah, so I'm seeing that. I don't know if it's because of my computer that it's like it's making things look slower. And I don't know if I just need a better camera to make it look smooth. You know what I mean? So
As long as we fix this shit for Friday.
yeah. Mm. Yeah, but it's showcasing on your YouTube live. Anybody who goes on YouTube, you share that on the Facebook. People will see it on YouTube. I'm seeing it, but I think it's what I would love.
What's
Is
that?
no, it's working. You could see it on YouTube and everything. Like if I go to,
Is it normal though, or is it breaking up, or
let's see, let's click on it right now.
is it delayed where it looks like it's slow, or
It does look like, I feel like it may look
is
like
it
it's. Oh no!
delayed where it looks like it's slow, or
It does look like, I feel like it. Oh no! It's actually.
oh no, where it looks like it's slow, or
No, it's pretty good.
sound is terrible.
Yeah. Oh well, that's that.
Hello.
Oh, actually no.
You want me to hook up my phone? I can hook up my those speakers.
Oh,
No, I have these. Let me. Want me to pair these little mics to your phone?
What's your phone?
The mics that I got. Pair it to your phone.
Oh no! That's not going to. That's not. It has to be paired up to the computer in order for it to work. Because it's like if you pair it up to my phone, it's not gonna. It's not gonna
If
fix
I
the
have those
sound.
mics here, it's not.
Yeah,
gonna
but
work.
hold up. I think there is. I think I just need to fix the actual audio.
Okay. Audio, radio, audio.
Microsoft. It's. There you go. I fixed it. Talk.
Hello. How we feeling? How we hearing? How we speaking? What's up?
Much better. You hear it? Because it wasn't connected before, so I had to reconnect it. But you can't hear me now. So that's fine.
Overnight oats. See now I'm doing it 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
It's clearer.
Yeah.
It's clearer.
There you go. So I'll connect the other microphone for the guests.
For what?
The other microphone.
What, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, for them.
For Friday. Okay. All right. So you're all good to go. I mean,
Oh, we're doing it, right?
we're doing it. Let me see.
We're doing it.
I'm the one that's watching. Um, all right. So I could get off of that, and through here I could see. Yeah, you could see the views and stuff. So I'm the only one that was on. I got to see it, and then on Facebook.
Well, we can get some shorts out of this thing too, no?
Yeah, most definitely. Stream metrics. You see, how do you see the comments? Yeah, on comments, moderation. So nobody left a comment just yet.
I don't even know if anyone's going to show up, tell you the truth.
Yeah, but it's one of the things where you're live. You know how to go live.
No, this is what this is for.
Yeah.
You know, if we can get some content out of it, that's fine. But
Yeah.
it's basically, like I said, a dress rehearsal.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, you're all set. I'm like, it's cool. We did it.
Okay, we are set. We are live. There's no one watching, but that's cool. Anyway, what I want to do in the beginning is my name is Goody, and welcome to my place. This is our first ever live podcast. And the first thing I want to do, I want to just show you a couple of things with our product, Goody's Granola, because it tastes just right. That's right. Just right. And you'll know what I mean with just one bite. That's right. Just one bite. It's got cashews and almonds and sunflower seeds. There's peanuts and honey. There's all natural things. We're based in Brooklyn, New York, NYC, with love and respect. That's the way it should be. Now, you can eat it out of the bag, or you can sprinkle it on salad, on ice cream or yogurt. What does it matter? Your taste buds will burst and your eyes, they will pop. It's that sweet taste and goodness that makes Goodies rock. You want an all-natural diet? Go on. Try it. I'm talking Goodies granola, the soft-baked snack. And I think I said enough of this. Time to call it a wrap. Goodies granola. You have to eat it to believe it. Now, people say, look at that small bag. I want to show you, if I can open up this bag, how much is actually in this little bag. Now, the price of this bag in Whole Foods is $4.89. I was out in Long Island the other day and I got a bagel, toasted everything bagel, scooped out with walnut, raisin, cream cheese, and a cup of coffee. That shit was $12. And you're talking about this $4.80, gluten-free, dairy-free, organic, no preservatives, no chemicals. Try it. You'll like it. Watch this here. You got a quarter a pound of this stuff. See that? You don't eat the whole thing at once, but you probably will once you taste it. The stuff is great. Another thing I want to tell you about Goody's granola, which is great, which I've been eating, waiting to get this thing set up. We make overnight oats with this stuff. Now, my man Jason, say hello to Jason. Hey, Jason. I gave him one of these. We're going to eat it together, but he finished it so fast.
All done. I'm sorry. It's really good.
Now, this is overnight oats. Now, if you ever bought overnight oats from the store, well, they sell it like in packages, little packets. It's all it is oatmeal, mushy oatmeal. What you get here, the same consistency. You fill it up with granola, pour some milk in there up to the top of the granola, shake it up, put a lid on it first, then shake it up, and put it in your refrigerator, and in the morning, you could add some fruit or whatever it is you want. And besides the oats soaking up the milk, you have the nuts, and you have the coconut, and you have the honey, and you have the molasses, and you got a pinch of cinnamon in there. Stuff is awesome. If you don't mind, here, let me just show you this stuff. As they go on TikTok. Stuff is awesome. Anyway, that's enough about Goody's granola. Wow, sometimes I eat it and I can't believe it. What I want to do is I'm going to, I was supposed to be interviewed, and this guy was supposed to come over, and he gave me these questions, and they're a little off the wall, and he didn't show up. Now, I'm going to read you this stuff. I'm going to kill a few minutes. I don't think anyone's on watching this stuff anyway. So, basically, I'm telling it to Jason. There's two people here. There's Chad. He is the host, the interviewer, and Goody, I am the interviewee. Now, it starts here. Chad, I'm not going to keep reading Chad and Goody. You're going to it's just know that it's going to interact. Chad, welcome back to Crunch Time. Today I'm here with Goody, founder of Goody's Granola. Goody, I'm going to start simple. Are you in control of the granola? Well, I mean, it is my company. That's not what I asked now. Well, then, yes. Okay, good. That makes it easier. Makes what easier? Figuring out if you're lying. All right, cool. Great start. Now, when did the clusters begin? Well, that's just how granola works. No. Loose oats are normal. Clusters are decisions. Well, they stick together when you bake them. Oh, so heat causes unity. Yes. Interesting. Have you ever made a batch that didn't need an oven? Well, no. Think. No. You answered that too fast because it's a weird question. Have you ever left ingredients alone and come back to something finished? No. You hesitated. I didn't hesitate. You paused. Well, people pause. Not when they're telling the truth. That's not a thing. It is here. Let's talk about your first batch. Okay. Was it small? Yeah. Are you sure? Yes. Because founders always say, well, it started small. Nobody wants to admit when they started something, already it's big. It was a normal amount of granola. All right, define normal. Well, it was like a tray. Well, a tray becomes a bowl. A bowl becomes a bag. A bag becomes distribution. Distribution becomes reach. Reach becomes influence. Influence becomes it's breakfast. That's what they want you to think. Well, who is they? You tell me. No, you're the one. You're the one who named it. Named what? Goody's granola. Well, yeah, my name is Goody. Is it? Yes. Or did you or who gave you that name? Well, no one gave me my name. So you chose it? No. Was it assigned? Well, by my parents. Well, who assigned them? Okay, listen, we're not doing this. We're already doing it. Have you ever opened up a bag of granola and felt like it was aware of you? No. Not even once? No. Not even late at night? No. Not even when it was quiet? No. You lowered your voice. Well, because you did. Mirroring behavior, classic. That's just conversation or adaptation. Adaptation. Adaptation to what? Environment. Look, we're in a studio. Are we? Yes. Then why does it feel crowded? It doesn't. You hesitated again. I didn't. You did. No, fine. I paused. Thank you. Have you noticed your granola behaving different over time? What? No. More cohesive? Well, that's just recipe improvement. More consistent? Quality control. You. More responsive. Responsive to what? You. No. Say it again. No. Again? I'm almost glad this interview didn't happen. I didn't. You did. Fine, I paused. Thank you. Have you noticed your look at this. It's the same page. Oh my God. This is what happens when you're live. I'm going to put this back here. Okay. Say it again. Okay, this is not plural. It depends who you're speaking for. I'm speaking for myself. Are you sure? Yes. Say, I am Goody. I am Goody. Again, I am Goody. One more time. I am Goody. That one took longer. It didn't. That didn't. It did. Why are you doing this? Excuse me, folks. Page is sticking. Because something has changed. Nothing changed. Something changed. Nothing changed. You're repeating. So are you. I know why I'm repeating. Why? To see if you do. And you do. That doesn't mean anything. It means you're syncing with what? You tell me. Look, it's just granola. Say that again. It's just granola. Again. It's just granola. Again. It's just granola. You don't believe that. I don't need to. Why not? Because it believes in me. There it is. You ask if I was in control? Yeah, I am. Say it again. I am. All of you. All of you? Well, enough. Oh, this is crazy. Can you imagine if this was a real interview? I'd be throwing them out. Anyway, enough for what? Growth. Don't say that. You ask about scaling. I regret that. Now, this is me talking. You shouldn't. Chad, why? Why? Because you're part of the market. No. Yes. No. Yes. Stop that. Stop what? Answering like that. Like what? Like there's more of you. Well, there isn't more of me. Good. There's more than me. Well, that's worse. I don't understand any of these questions, actually. Okay. You're asking good questions, Chad. Well, I don't want good answers. You already have them. Well, I don't like them. You don't have to like them. Then what do I have to do? Stay. No, stay. I'm leaving. Goody says, you can't. Chad, why not? Because you started the conversation. That doesn't trap me here. It does if the conversation continues. Well, then I'll stop talking. Try. Okay. Well, you're still here. Oh, I hate that. That's okay. Chad, no, it's not. Goody, it is for us. Stop saying us. Goody, we can't. There it is. There it is. Don't mirror me. Well, don't mirror me. Stop. Stop. Okay, no, we're done. We're just getting started. I'm ending the show. Well, you can say that. This has been Crunch Time. It has. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Goody's granola is growing. Don't available. Stop helping everywhere. Chad is quiet, and that's the end of that interview. Wow. Thank God that's over. That was torture. That would be edited out if this wasn't a live broadcast. Wow. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're flying by the seat of our pants, that's for sure.
Right. No, but I feel like what people would really want to know is just like, yeah, I mean, how did you even get to the point? Like, you know, it was so good. Like, this was so good, but like, let the people know how you started, like how you got to even, like, why even granola? What made you even think to start with granola?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Right.
I've always made like different stuff. I saw like this guy when I was doing cars. He came in and he showed me this little bottle called Dippity Doo. Now, when people, women or men, take off their nail polish, they take a cotton ball and they take nail polish remover and they rub it down and they, got rid of this cotton ball. What Dippity Doo is, you had a nice jar, and in the jar there was a sponge, and the sponge was, there was a slit in the middle, and it was full of stuff to take off your nail polish. And what you would do is you would put your finger in the sponge and you rub it up and down, and it was gone. And it was a great product. So me and this guy, we started buying this, and we started selling tons of this stuff to flea markets. We started beauty parlors and that kind of stuff. And for some reason, they either went out of business or someone bought them out. But we had a good run with that. That was a good supplement income. So I've done that. I had a friend, another friend in the car business. His wife made these great chocolate-covered pretzel rods, and she would put all kinds of stuff on there. And we figured that'd be a great fucking business. So that night, I'm thinking of the business. I'm going to call them dipsticks. You know, like from the car business, they have dipsticks. So I call this guy up, Kevin. Call up Kevin, and I said, "Well, I got a great name called Dipsticks." And he said, "You know, you're working too fast. I can't do this shit." I said, "But you got to work on this stuff." And he said, "No, fuck this. You're too quick. Leave me alone. We're not going to do this stuff." So, I mean, there was just so many things that I got involved with. So Susan and I, my ex-wife, we would make bread and jelly, and I was eating granola. And Zach, my son Zach, he was going to school up in Cortland, and during the summer he would come down and he would work at a gym on the Upper West Side. So he called me up one night. It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and he says, "I'm going to be up here until 1 o'clock. I'll see you when I get home." I said, "You wait there. I'm going to drive up. I don't want him taking the train." So I drive up there, and he's actually the only one there, and he's straightening up, and I'm reading a men's magazine, and I see a recipe for granola. So I ripped this thing out, and I made it, and it was traditional granola. It was like crunchy, but tasted fucking great. It was awesome. And you go to a family function, and people hang out when they get there in the kitchen. And there's little plates. People bring their little bowls of food, finger food, whatever. So I brought a bunch of granola and I put it down on the table. And I'm watching these people in the kitchen. You have all of these like finger dips and that and whatever, salads. And people are just gravitating towards this granola. And they're sitting there eating this stuff, and all this other food is kind of laying around. Not that it was bad, but that's how good this granola was. And I'm saying, "Holy shit, look at this thing." And I'm going, that might be a good business. And I said, "Wow, Goody's granola." And I ran it by a few people, and they said, "Wow, it's a good name. It's a good up name." And Zach came back from college, and we were putting them in little baggies, and we would print a sticker, and that's how we'd close the baggies. And I don't know if you know Canarsie. I grew up in Canarsie, so I knew Canarsie Pier, which is right off the Bell Parkway. So I got Zach to come down with me on a Sunday. We did that for a few Sundays, and I would send him out. I was like pimping out my son, having people try these samples of granola. And people were coming buying this stuff. And after like 2 or 3 weeks, there was a food truck at the far end on the water side of the pier. And he came over, he sent his guy over, young kid over, and they bought all of our products so they can sell it off the truck. So, they would have their customer base. And it's just, we just kept tweaking it, and Zach would say it's good enough, and I said, well, it's not good enough until I would buy it. I had to make sure that I would like it. And I was trying to tweak it where it was softer and different. It was too wet, and it was too slushy. Sometimes it felt like it was like oil from a car, That's how wet it was. And I got in my first store in Brighton Beach, and they bought it by the pound. They would sell it by the pound. And I started getting little stores, and I said, you know, screw it. Let me go into Whole Foods. I went to Whole Foods on 3rd and 3rd, which is in Brooklyn. And it was easy back then. Amazon didn't own it. It was Whole Foods was Whole Foods, and they really supported local products. I mean, they would have sections and local, and they would give it the best spots right in the middle. They were great with small businesses. That's what kind of put them on the map. And I went in and I spoke to a buyer, and I said, I'm a local product based here in Brooklyn, made in Brooklyn, and we make granola. And he took me around to a couple of aisles, and he said, you see all of that stuff there? He said, that's granola. And he took me to another aisle, and he said, well, we have more granola. Then he took me to an end cap, and like, that's Kind granola, and all the big names back then. We have more granola. I said, but he said, we don't really need any more granola. I said, do me a favor, just try it. And he opened up a bag and he tried it, and he goes, well, this is nothing like we have. And 2.5 months later, we got our first order from Brooklyn. And back then, once you get into one store, you go from one store to the other. And you said we're approved, and they would just order. And that's how we got into all the local stores in the city proper in Long Island. And to really get in, we tried to get into like Westchester, but you had to be on what they call a planogram. Now, the planogram is corporate. It's like they have what they call a reset. So they go, say again, the cereal and granola section. They go, all right, we're going to reset that whole aisle, and they take everything off, and then corporate headquarters gives them what they call a planogram. This is where we want everything located. So we tried to get on the planogram. We couldn't do it. After 12 years, we finally got our first order from Buffalo. Not Buffalo, it was Albany. I called them up to see what was going on, and they said, well, you're on the planogram now. I said, holy shit. And we were jumping, excuse me, we were jumping up and down. And we started getting all of these orders. We have 5 SKUs. They were only taking 3. And then we found out that the placement was on the bottom shelf. So I said, that was like the kiss of death. And I would go into his stores, and I would say, you know what? After 12 years, we finally made it to the bottom. You know, it was, I couldn't fucking believe it. And the hardest part after that was either people finding it or tasting it. Outside of New York, nobody knew about us. So they see a new product, and who really looks down at the bottom shelf are like kids and babies and small people, or people that know what's on the bottom shelf already. So we had that problem, which we solved most of it. You know, we had to pay people to do demos in Connecticut and New Jersey and upstate New York and Westchester and all of this stuff. But the biggest problem that I found when I go, and even I went into a store the other day, and usually I just, if I go into receiving, when I started, I would pack it out and put it on the shelf. And I actually stopped doing that, but I do it occasionally just to see what the store is all about. And I went into this store, it was, matter of fact, it was last Saturday. And I look at the product, and it's on the bottom shelf, but it's like all over the place. I mean, it's not standing up, it's over, this is over that, that's over that. And I call over an ATL, or a buyer. An ATL is assistant team leader. And I had this in a few stores. I said, look what's going on with our product. And I said, I'm not talking just for myself. A lot of these people that have the product on the bottom shelf, they're like all over the place. Probably a lot of times people that are trying to reach up, they stand on the bottom shelf, they knock stuff over. It's almost like being a foster child or a stepchild. The help really don't give a shit about the bottom shelf. I mean, they say they do, but I see that they don't. And I would call them up. I said, look, I said, not just for me, all of these people on the bottom shelf have every part of their life stuck into their product, their money, their time, the sweat, their blood, their tears. And look at what's going on here. I mean, this is not right. You guys got to take care of this stuff. And then they kind of fix it up, and I don't know, like probably 2 days later, it's back the same way. But anyway, we are in 59 Whole Foods right now. Every Whole Foods in New York State, half of Jersey and half of Connecticut. And people think that we are rolling in money. And the truth is, I hate to say it, is that 59 stores, there are times we don't even get reorders for a few days because people don't know the product. Now, people say, you're doing it for 13 years now. Well, you have to understand, we were rocking and rolling before the pandemic. I don't know if you folks or anybody seeing this or anybody will see this knows about Indeed.com. They get people jobs. Their headquarters are down in Austin, Texas. And they had their headquarters four or five floors, and they had a cafeteria on each and every floor. And what they do with their people is they give out food. Very generous company. So Zach, my son and my partner in crime, he flew down to Texas and he did a demo, and he left the same day. And what they do is they have a survey. They fill out these cards, and we got one of the highest ranking surveys, and they took our product in, and we were selling them anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 units a week. But the beautiful thing about Indeed is you didn't have to wait for people to buy it. People just took it. It's the same thing with the Hampton Inn hotels. This is all before the pandemic. We were the local product in every Hampton hotel in the city. Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, Queens, whatever. We still got a couple. We got one down on Tillery Street in Brooklyn, and we're in JFK, we're in LaGuardia Airport. But another great thing, they just gave it out. These were great accounts. They were unbelievable accounts. So we were making money back then, and then the pandemic came and all the hotels shut down. Indeed sent everybody home to work, so they closed that down. And what kept us alive was Whole Foods. God bless them. Whole Foods kept us alive. So we're really not 13 years old. We're basically like 4 years old in the making again, which is not easy. You're starting over. We have a co-packer now. I haven't cooked. I used to cook in the house all the time. And we were approved by the New York State Agricultural Department. They told us because there's no animal product, there's no dairy in it, just make it in your house. And, once in a while they would come and they give us a call. They never came in, but they did give us a call to see how everything was. And now we don't make it. This bag that I showed you, a woman named Lynn. This is another terrific story, what happened with our product. We got this email from this woman, Lynn. She goes, I love your product. And I want to make you a new label, and I'm not going to charge you for it. And let me tell you something. She said that, I almost brought tears to my eyes. I mean, someone to reach out and help, and that's one of the things we like to do at my place is, help people promote themselves and kind of passing it forward. You really can't do everything on your own. You can come with the idea, but once it gets to a certain level, you need a village. You need people that believe in your product and wants to see it move. So she delivered. She she what she call? She made us another. She made us another label. That was a senior moment, by the way, and that helped sales. And then when we got a co-packer, and we paid, we still owe her money. So Lynn, if you're watching this, we're paying you off. She actually designed this bag for us, and we were very fortunate that she did this, and that helps our bags too. Now people say, "Wow, look at that little bag," and we tell them there's no error. We sell product. The bag is convenient. You put it in your bag or your jacket, and you take it to the gym or to work, or you bring it to the car. It's, you can't take these big bags with you. They're going to be all over the place. So that's one of the. It's like a little niche that we have. Everybody is making big bags, but the reason like potato chips have these big bags, they're done in a funnel. They put them in and they drop them in. So they need that space. They need that air in there, or else you're going to crush all the like potato chips or the pretzels. Not so much with the granola. I mean, what can you do with the granola? It's already done. So that's why we have these small bags. Now, again, I want to say something which I said in the beginning. We are in key foods. Some key foods are selling it for $5.49, some $4.99. Whole Foods are selling it for $4.89. And again, I want to tell you, I bought a bagel with a schmear with walnut, raisin, cream cheese, and a cup of coffee. And that shit was $12. I went to a store today to buy a half a gallon of milk. I said, "Can I have a bag?" They pulled out these plastic bags that I buy by the box, and they're charging me 50 cents for this 12-cent bag. It was crazy, man. I walked out just carrying it home. It was like a few blocks away. So, you know what you're getting. You're getting a gluten-free, a dairy-free, preservative-free, 99% organic. The only thing that's not organic is the peanut oil that we use. And you got a great tasting product that stays with you after you've finished eating it. The taste kind of lingers. That's how it's a great meld. Nothing really sticks out and go, "Oh, you taste it's like a symphony." Sometimes you want to pick out the instruments, the oboe, the cello, the bass, the viola, the violin, whatever. You have to listen closely. You have to taste it to believe it. Huh?
No, exactly. Still wanting more of this. That was really good. I'm actually gonna do that.
Yeah, it's really terrific. Yeah. Now it's great with a parfait also. I put it on ice cream. Now I also when I was making pancakes, before I would flip it over in before you flip it starts to bubble, I would sprinkle the granola on there and then flip it, and it added another dimension to the pancake.
That's the type of stuff that you need to take videos of. Like you could do that.
Well, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Right now it's an audio. Right now it's audio.
Yeah, we'll have that audio. The next time you do that, we'll just put.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Put it on a pancake. Put it on a parfait. What else are you gonna put it on? You let it soak in milk.
It's good in salad.
I never tried it in a salad.
Got sprinkled it. Got a nice dressing in there.
Nice dressing.
Now, what I also want to talk about is once you get it in to a store, whether it be Whole Foods or Key Food or a gourmet deli, a lot of times you got to do a demo. You have to merchandise this stuff. And you got to sit there, and I don't know, if people that know me, I always tell them I'm going to a demo. I tell them I'm going to a galaxy far, far away. Whatever. What I try to make it cute. Whatever. But I did a demo at 59th Street, Columbus Circle, and about 20 minutes after I set up, a person set up a table maybe about 10, 12 feet away from me with kind granola. So I said, "Oh shit, I'm competing against the big guys right now." So it was very interesting because people would stop there first and they would buy a bag of kind. Then they come over and I give them my spiel that it's soft and this and that, blah blah blah, and they taste it. And not everybody, but there was a number of people that actually brought the kind granola back to that table and took Goody's granola, which was like, oh shit, man, I'm competing with, I'm a little minnow in this whale of food. It's crazy. And they were picking our stuff. Now, there's another company called Purely Elizabeth, which is probably one of the most popular granolas on the market. It's good stuff. I would never knock a product. A lot of this stuff is good, but it's all hard and it's crunchy and Purely Elizabeth sold out, I think, to General Mills. That's why when you go into a store and you see Purely Elizabeth, they got a million flavors. They got boxes of cereal. I mean, and people love this stuff. Now, a lot of people come over, Goody, you got to make this and you got to make that. And you got to banana chip or this or that, whatever. They don't understand that every time you either change the product that you have or you make a product, you have to make a new bag. You have to take all the nutrition. It's got to go back to the scientist that does this stuff, and you got to pay him. Then you have to go to R&D with your co-packer, and they have to sample this. It's not like, all right, you're going to do this and it comes out. It might take a few times. So every time they make it, you have to pay them. They have to clean the machine. You pay for the labor. You pay for the product. Got to pay for the bag. And what they do is they want a minimum of 30,000 bags. You can break it up how you want according to how many SKUs you have, how many flavors you have. But this is just adding something new. So all of this stuff is money related. And people kind of forget about that. And then when you explain, they go, oh shit. So.
Well, how did you start getting the money? Did you take out loans or
well,
did you
no.
grants or?
But what happened in the beginning, in 2011, the market crashed. The real estate market crashed. And I was in the car business. And I lost most of my 401k. I lost it twice, one in 86 and one in 2011. And I had about $5,000 left to my name. And I put it into this company. And we got our first loan about 4 years ago. It was a $15,000 loan, which would really help. We got it through our bank. One of the bankers, I don't know if we qualified then, but he said, we're going to take a shot on you. And he, again, helping the village, that's part of the village. We got a $15,000 loan, and that, of course, helped. It helped us pay for stuff and all of this stuff. We paid that back on time every month, first of the month, after 36 months, and we just got another loan for 25 grand. So it builds up, but if you don't sell, like if I sell, say I put in for like 1,500 pounds for my co-packer, and I owe them $10,000-$12,000, if it doesn't sell fast enough, because we hold every one of our customers is 30 days. So I'm holding paper for 30 days, and I have to pay people in 30 days. So there are times I'm late, and they understand, but not right now. I'm giving them 30% up front, and I pay the rest in hopefully in 30 days. But that's your problem when you have all this inventory and you're not getting your orders, and then you try to go out and sell. But when you go out and sell, that's new demos that you have to do.
And you have to pay to do those demos.
Well, we do pay people.
Okay.
I do demos. I pay myself a very small stipend.
Gotcha.
Zach does that,
Okay.
but usually demo people want like $90 for 3 hours, whether they sell anything or not. The goal of a demo is to sell, so maybe you get a reorder.
Gotcha.
Okay, but there are times where I go into a demo and I sell 8 bags, so I'm not even denting the shelf. I have to do another, and plus you have to pay Whole Foods to do a demo. One time, you would just walk in and say, I want to do a demo Tuesday, whatever day it was. They said, I come in. Now they charge you $10 every time. You got to go through a portal, and you got to pay them $10 a demo. Even when now we invoice Whole Foods, it costs us $99 a month just to create invoices to give to them so we can get paid.
With all the demos, do you have like a QR code to at least let the people follow you and stuff like that, so that they could also just order?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say, because since you have like a thing, maybe you have like a QR code, whoever likes it. I see you've been taking videos. Why don't you tell us like, hey, follow us on Instagram? Yeah, it's live.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's very chill. Nobody's watching.
I'm at least $81,000 a year. $81,000.
Look at that, his fuck. How much is his monthly payment?
He didn't even want to tell me. Is the stream going okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is great.
You're live. No one coming.
Yeah.
No one's coming. I feel like at least next time.
No,
we'll
this
promote
is
and
really
have
just a
everything,
dress rehearsal.
Yeah, just so. Yeah.
Say hello, Zach.
No,
Come in and show your hair.
Jay.
That'll bring people in. But what were you saying? What we're talking about?
Yeah, like I was just like, because I know that you're getting orders from the people and stuff like that. But I mean, at least for all the people, you're giving out samples. But if they like the samples, then like, hey, if you're not making an order, give us a follow on the actual page so they can make all. I mean, maybe
No, I never. You see, I take a lot of pictures.
You take you do. So that's why I was just like, okay, maybe they could follow, just so that like, hey, anytime that you post something, be like, hey, you know what, we'll do an online order.
It's a good idea, man. I forgot. I'm doing it 13 years. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, because I was like, you talk to so many people, and everybody's on the phone. I'll be like, yeah, you like it? Give us a follow, because you never know. And then these people will be like, actually, they'll share.
Well, the
video.
people that I am taking pictures of are actually buying the product.
Yeah. So I feel like they buy it. Make sure you follow. You can order it online. It's just making sure we catch them in every single aspect.
Now, there's another aspect to this stuff. When I first started, I found out there are companies that do merchandising. Matter of fact, remember I was supposed to do a podcast with that woman?
Yeah.
And I got sick or whatever. The weather, and it was snowing, and she kind of petered out. But she's a very smart woman.
Right.
Got great persona. Does great stuff for her customer. But what they do is, some of these people, this is back when I first started, $800 a month
For what?
to go and check your shelf. That's what they do. They see if you need product. Crazy. I couldn't afford that. Another thing, we had distributors. They don't let you make money. We don't make a lot of money on a bag. I mean, if we're selling like the Whole Foods for $3.75, $4, whatever, they're not even making enough money. How much are we making? How much can that we make? But the distributors, they wanted to kill you. We got rid of the distributors. It wasn't worth it. Just to give them product that to put in the store and don't feed the beast.
Yeah.
You got to feed the beast something,
Right.
or else you're dead.
So how do you go? So it's so what I'm getting is it's like there's a lot of things where you guys try things, see if it works out. If it doesn't work out, you cut it off. So how do you get people to sustain? I'm like, have you been sustaining enough to make money, or do you feel like this? You've just been sustaining to a point where you feel like the money is gonna come in and start like, you know.
Well, you hope it's a combination of both. I mean, we're not. I mean, the company is the money that we get is paying for paying the bills.
Yeah. To keep it going.
It sustains itself.
Yeah.
If sales increased, where say we get 1,000, 1,200 pounds and we sell it in 2 weeks, and we order another one, that's how you make your. It's all volume.
Gotcha.
I mean, you're not making a whole bunch on one thing. You got to sell thousands of cockamamie bags to make money.
And it's the building, so it's really on the building the momentum of everything. Of like, hey, we're making more orders, and we're getting more customers. Okay.
Well, again, I started getting into Key Foods. So now we have to do demos in Key Foods.
Well, wait, is that recently?
Now we're in about 7 or 8.
Okay, so that's what.
Key food.
Now I'm seeing it. So the thing is, the whole.
Well, I tell you, don't I tell? I said, Jason, I can't. I got to do a demo.
Yeah. You've always in demos and stuff. So it's like, so that's the plan of just getting into more stores, seeing more people, doing more demos in all these different types of stores to get.
Let me tell you something. Zach, he works with the social media. We have content creators. Every month we get 5 new ones through a company. Zach was paying for this out of his salary.
Right.
I think it was $200 a month. And every month they would change. 5 new people would come in, and they would. We would send them product, and they would create these videos. Now, also, he was a streamer on Twitch. Is that what it is, Twitch? And with these gamers, and all of these gamers, for a while, they were rocking and rolling, but then all of a sudden, that started to peter out. We would send them product, and they would eat it on air like, I'm doing here, this is good, that's good. And they would put a code out. You've done that.
Yeah.
Put a code out, and the customer gets a certain percentage off, and we give them a commission, like 15%. So everybody makes a little bit of money. But that was a niche, Twitch. We have a guy in England that is doing that. He does it to the general public. But it's not easy, It's like people say, "Why do you keep doing it?" And there's a couple of reasons, We've done it for so long, and we have a following, or else we wouldn't be getting all these reorders when we don't do. So people are buying the product. Not enough people are buying the product, and it's. And then I got my name on a bag in 59 Whole Foods. We're in Hilton hotels around the city, and they sell it. They sell it like for $7.50 a bag, and they reorder it.
Yeah. So I feel like it's still worth it. It's definitely worth it because it's like, that's forever. Until the fucking apocalypse or something.
What was that?
Until the fucking apocalypse or something.
Yeah, crazy.
You don't have granola, but it's like, but it's literally, it outlives you. Like, why not keep going? Why stop? It'll be, and it tastes good.
Well, we put so much time and effort into it.
Yeah, there's
And it really is a good product. You know, I'm not. I'm even though it's mine. You know, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be eating it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't care if my name is on it or not.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's business is not easy. You have to.
But I feel like, oh, no, but I guess from all the things that you're saying, it's very much like you gotta have a love and passion for it to keep going. I mean, that's what's keeping you doing it.
Well, also I'm retired. I'm an old guy. You know, I'm not like a spring chicken anymore. Um, but they Kobe. But yeah, no, it's. I still believe in it. You know, I see we get orders. We do get orders every week. I wish it was every day.
Mm,
You know, but
right.
we do get orders like every week.
Yeah.
And you know, I deliver to Manhattan on Saturday, Long Island, and during the week,
Mm-hmm.
and then we do demos.
Okay.
And there was something else I was going to talk about, but it'll come back to me after this thing is over. Oh, why didn't I talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything else you'd like to know?
Yeah.
Oh, what I was going to say, you know, you talk about the hard times and how you
Mm-hmm.
go through that thing. Uh, you can't make emotional decisions.
Mm.
If something goes on, something is fucked up, you have to sit back and you have to decompress. You know, it's like Tamara.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no.
well, we can.
Yeah.
Well, there's yesterday and tomorrow. No, but when you make an emotional decision, you're not thinking straight.
Right.
You might want to get rid of somebody. This motherfucker, this guy is, you know, jerking me off, whatever. You gotta let it sit. You know, it doesn't take long. Could be overnight, you know, and then you kind of make a decision. And it still not might be the right decision, but at least you're calm when you made it. So you believe it's the right decision at the time. If it's the wrong decision, you don't get, oh fuck, why did I make that? Because you really believed it at the time that it was the right decision that you're making.
Right. Right.
So that's very important, and because it gets them more.
Has there ever been a decision where you felt like you were about to make an emotional decision, and was that something that you had to learn the hard way, or was that something
Of
that
course, you
you
learn that. I mean,
yeah.
you know, age is you learn. If you don't learn as you from experience, you know, I've been in business like when I was in the car business. You know, I started the yellow cab minivans in the business, in the car business for Bay Ridge Honda. Um, then we went into natural gas cars. And there were times that you get emotional. You know, I told the story before. I'll tell it again. When I first started selling cars, I couldn't sell anything for 2, 3 weeks, and I got home and I cried like a baby. You know, I'm supporting a family, but I'm not making any money, and I didn't understand it. I didn't know why, and I really kind of let it out when I felt cleansed after it. And a friend of mine who we still talk, not we're on Facebook together, not really talking, but I like this, you like this. Louis Becerra, if you ever see this, Louis, you're the man, bro. He closed my first deal, and you know, then I got more confidence. But it's not easy. It's not easy. Like again, when we were in the car business, in the beginning, we were getting paid $1.25 a week before we started even getting money, and they would take out some money for family insurance. After a couple of years, the owner of the dealership got out of the insurance business, so the salary didn't go up, We got the $125, but the family plan was $350 a week.
Holy shit.
So we were $225 in the hole before we sold anything, which was crazy. Now people don't understand. You know, they think car sales. A lot more. Most of the money we're going to a car business. Most of the money is made in the finance guy and called the back end. Sometimes you hit numbers in the front end. That's us in selling the car. But they don't want to let anybody go. Their thing is, we got to move merchandise. So if they weren't, they used to pack. I don't know what their pack is now. They pack. It's called invoice, what the car cost. There's also a holdback of what the company pays the dealership. That's dealership money. It's like a certain percentage of MSRP. You get it into the holdback. So what they used to do for tissue, they used to pack it $250. That means if you sold it for $300, you got paid 15 or 20% on $50 on a $25,000 car, because that front money is going to the dealer. So what they would do is they would just kind of take any deal and they would give you bonuses for a certain amount of cars per month. You know, you had a 15, and I think you had an 18, and then you had a 20 car bonus and a 20 car. What was that?
Stanley.
Huh?
I don't know if somebody. Wait, I'm gonna check to see if somebody commented. It said somebody commented on Facebook. I don't know if it was on your page.
Someone in the car business. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Interesting. Yes, Kobe. This is on Facebook?
Yeah.
What, Kobe? What? Oh no, this is just people. What? Okay, come here. People liking the pictures that I post.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, you should share the live on your So you should share the live on your page so that people could see that it's there.
On what page?
On your personal page.
First, I do that now.
I mean, you can if you want. Yeah.
Oh, here.
Oop. Don't throw it.
What's there, Kobe? Hold on, folks. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, go.
I'm gonna be like, going live, say.
Bring it here, baby. Come on. Bring it here, Kobe. But anyway, getting back to the car business, you know, I wanted to get away from the retail end of it, so I went into what they call fleets, which is really just wholesaling cars to lease companies. But then I got into the cabs and natural gas cars I tell you about. That was real fleets. I mean, I was selling tons, and I thank God I was making some decent money. You know, it's not a it's a hard business because of the time that you spend. You spend so much time, you know, like you don't see your family as much as you'd like to. I was lucky because I got my weekends off. And when Zach was a young man, he was a runner in high school and in college. But I went to every one of his meets, even if I was sick. I went to every one of his meets. I was privileged to get Saturdays and Sundays off. I think I was probably the only one. I don't know anyone else that had Saturday and Sunday. I mean, you had to work. I mean, they brought us in one time on July 4th weekend, and there was nothing but heat from the sun. You know, one guy is fucking stuck his ass in front onto. He dropped his drawer. He said, "This is what I feel like," and he stuck his ass on the front window of the dealership.
It was that fucking high?
No, there was nothing to do. There was who the fuck
gotcha.
was coming there?
Yeah.
The craziest thing when the World Trade Centers came in, I dropped Susan off. You know, Flatlands and
Yeah.
Flatbushes.
Yeah.
So when I made my turn, I dropped her off. I made my turn on Flatbush to get to the Bell Parkway, and as I did that, you could see the World Trade Centers straight down. I saw the second one hit through my rear view mirror.
Are you serious?
It was surreal. You could like the next week, I saw the smoke from the plane that went down on Rockaway.
Yeah.
Like right after it hit, I didn't see it go down, but I saw this smoke and shit coming up from it. But on the Bell Parkway, I was watching the World Trade Centers, and you can see the flames, and the smoke was coming over Bay Ridge like crazy. And there was across the street from Bay Ridge Honda at the time, there was a car wash, and then they had an alarm store and a TV. And a bunch of us were watching this thing, and when it crashed, tears were coming down. Do you know one guy came from the Bronx to buy a car, took the train down?
Are you serious?
I think the main reason why we didn't close up because the general manager lived on Staten Island, and I think they closed up Arizona, so he couldn't get home. So he probably said to himself, "Fuck these guys, we're staying open."
Wow.
But one guy came and bought a car. It was crazy. It was nuts.
Man.
That was a day I'll never forget, man. Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
God.
crazy. I mean, but the thing is,
You
I
were
was
young.
11 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna
11
say
years
you
old.
were young.
It was the first day. It was one of the first. It was the first week of like junior high school, and the thing is, I was really confused because nobody told us anything because I remember we had lunch and they said everyone is gonna go to homeroom after lunch, and I remember like my homeroom was filled with computers. Every person had their own computers, so we were just playing games. Like we're just like, what's going on? But we'll play games online, and I think the teacher was like listening to the radio, but we were just young and oblivious. And they were just like, yeah, we're going to have an early rehearsal. And I was like, okay, great. I walked home, was like,
Well, you're too young to us. When I was 11 years old,
Yeah.
a coincidence,
Yeah.
that was when Kennedy was killed. I was in my a friend's house at the time, Philip Peltz.
Yeah.
And we were up in his apartment in Bayview Projects, and we saw this thing on TV, and we go, holy.
It wasn't until I got home and saw it on TV. Well, the thing is, I didn't have cable. But first, I was like, wait, why is the TV not working? Because I was like, because the World Trade Center went down, like the
that antenna.
Yeah, that antenna wasn't working no more. And so I was like, why is that not? Like we had to go on the radio or go to some other channel, where I guess wasn't.
Go get it. Attaboy.
Broadcasted at the World Trade Center. To know all the things that was going on, and I just felt like, whoa, it was just really shocking because it felt like very coming of age because that was like my first time like, I'm walking to school by myself and I'm going home by myself, and then it's like, oh, the World Trade Center's terrorist attack. It felt like
It was a wild day.
Yeah.
It was a
just like,
wild
you grew up.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Carry a big stick.
Yeah. So where'd you get that stick? That's not like a street stick. That's an actual like chewing.
Yeah, it's for him.
Okay.
It's not for me.
Well, no, I know it's not for you. I was just like, where'd you get that stick from?
Yeah,
Did you find
it's a
in the
place
street?
called Petco.
Okay. So they actually make those sticks that long. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought you found it on the street.
No, that's
I was just like, okay, he can't
keep him busy.
Yeah.
Keep him busy.
Right.
But well, what else can we talk about here? I mean, you want to talk more business or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could close it out like with an advice that you would want people to know about starting. How you start?
Well, one of the things I do want to tell you is that everything that I've done a lot of shit in my life.
Yeah.
Everything is hands-on learning. It's not that when I did the cabs. My father was a cab driver. He was a union organizer with this guy. What the fuck was his name? Oh, anyway, another senior moment for him. But he organized the union in the '60s. But I didn't know anything about cabs. So when I got this thing done, I had to find someone that put rubber floors in, vinyl seats. Trouble light, roof light, had to paint it, you needed partitions. And when the sliding doors came, I had to find these little lights that you put on the back. Matter of fact, they're still using it today on these things. I put that together. I got it through AutoZone, these little lights. So when you open up a door, the lights would blink. The other one, the first one, the Honda Odyssey, was a four-door van, great car. What happened to me with that is very interesting. Isuzu needed a minivan, and Honda needed like a truck, like a four-wheel drive car. So what they did is they swapped. We gave them the Odyssey, and they called it the Oasis. Same car, but they sold it so much cheaper. We got, I don't know what the hell it was called then, but it was called the Passport, which we sold more than what they were selling it by. So the cab drivers, said, you're a good guy. Goody was Goody back then too, but we're going to Isuzu. So we lost a lot of business because of that. There was when we first started, I wanted to get these cars painted from the factory. So I forgot the name of the guy I called up. He was in charge of Honda. He was out on the West Coast. And I called him up, and I didn't get to him, but I got to somebody else. And then about 2 days later, I get a call from California, and it's this guy. And I said, who? And he mentioned his name again. I said, oh, yeah. Listen, I want to run something by you. It's like the president of... I said, listen, we're selling a lot of cabs. Can we get this? And it wasn't approved by Honda. I don't think Honda even wanted it done because it's a lot of wear and tear on the cabs. But it was a great car. And I said... we'd like to get them painted yellow from the factory. So he said, well, we're going to run it up the flagpole. I think about an hour or the next day, the owner of Bay Ridge Honda comes and goes, who the fuck are you to call this guy? I said, I'm just trying to help. This is what I do. I promote He says, from now on, you don't call outside the city. You don't call nobody anymore. But I did get to talk to the guy. Never happened, though. They never painted the car.
Never painted it? Oh.
No. But I'll tell you, one of the things, I got a price from this guy out in Queens. And I seen him one day, and he says, listen, I got a call from a dealership pricing out the cars, and they wanted to know, how much we can get a discount. And you know who it was? I said, who? It was Bay Ridge Honda. I said, well, how did you know? He said, well, what happened was they were talking to me, and they didn't tell me who they were, but they had another phone call, and whoever was calling me put me on hold, and the recording came on. It's, thanks for calling Bay Ridge Honda. We'll be right with you. Just hold on. these guys, they were working me to see if they would get it cheaper. So that's how I found out. They didn't shut off the recording. What, Cody? What? Well, where's the? Oh, here. Okay, wait. Am I putting you to sleep?
That's cool. I mean, I think that's good.
Well, how long are we talking?
We've been talking for an hour and 20.
Well, let's give it another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Wait. Oh, what was in the? Didn't you didn't have a list of questions outside about like you didn't do anything for?
Oh, well, I got some stupid questions.
What's the stupid questions? Or was that from the thing that you?
It wasn't from. It wasn't from.
Okay, I thought it was different. I was like.
Well, it wasn't from that brilliant thing that I read. But hold on, here. Let's go over this stuff real quick. I need my reading glasses, though. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, what has been your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it? Well, the biggest failure that I had didn't actually come from the car business. The biggest financial failure, not emotional failure, but the biggest financial failure I have was doing that movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was, in quotes, the executive producer, really the executive producer, and after a while I found out name only. But it was a fantastic experience. I'm going to, even though we had a budget of 125, the movie of Circus Maximus, the movie, which anyone could look at it on YouTube in full. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy movie. Kevin Corrigan was in it. Joe Ganascoli was in it. Bianca Hunter was in it. I was in it. Susan was in it. Sal, the stockbroker, was in it. Allie Chapman was in it. She is doing a workout in California. Mario Cantone was in it. It was a very unusual, good script. And it made absolutely no money, $125,000. And one of the biggest, well, we could have made some money. We got picked up by a distributor, and Circus something. The owner's name was Evan Crook, and he was going to give us $3,000, so we would have recouped a little bit of money. But Tommy decided that he wanted CDs, and I said, "What do you need the CDs for? Let's get a little bit of money back. Get some, maybe a little bit of PR from it." And he go, "No, we want the CDs. We're going on Amazon, and people are going to buy this shit." I don't know if we sold one CD. That's why you see all those CDs on my shelf.
Yeah.
God knows how many Tommy has right now.
Yeah.
But that was one of the as far as business and money go.
When you go on a distributor, that means streaming platforms, right?
No. This was actual distributor that sold movies to other people. He would set up a show. And a lot of people that I knew invested in this thing. Bay Ridge Honda invested. Hillside Honda invested in this thing. All the lease companies that I knew. Yeah, here's $500. Here's $1,000. One guy gave me $6,000. I must have raised about $50,000-$60,000, and then Tommy raised money too from other people, and we had worldwide distribution, and every month we would get a record of what we made. It was always zero. They did a show, they charged us for paper, they charged us for this, you know, everything they were charging us. So, you know, but they were doing that to everybody that they represented. So they made all their money back, and we made them. After a while, we didn't even get quarterly reports. So I called, you know, I spoke with Tommy about it. He said, "Well, call him up and find out." So I called him up, and I didn't get Evan Crook. I got like a secretary, and I said my name is who I was, and I said I'm one of the executive producers of Circus Maximus, and I couldn't find the contract. I didn't know how long they had the rights to it. So I said, you know, I just want to know how long you guys have the rights to the movie. So Evan Crook called up Tommy and goes, "What the fuck is the deal with this guy? You know, if you're worried about, I'm going to take you off of Amazon." So Tommy called me up, and he told me to call him actually. He said, you know, go ahead and call him. So after he got this phone call, he called me up and he's fucking yelling at me and, "How the fuck are you doing this? They're going to take us off of Amazon." And I said, "Well, how many have you sold on Amazon?" He said, "None." I said, "What the fuck's the difference?" And I couldn't do it. I couldn't, you know, I felt like I was just being used and abused. And I said, "I'll talk to you tomorrow." And we have really not talked since then. This is going on a year. As a matter of fact, what I would do besides getting him money, and every time he needed money, he said, "Al, I need another 10 grand. "Okay, I'll get you the 10 grand. And I would get it for him. He gave someone a check, I think it was for $1,200, I believe, that was supposed to do some kind of PR. So he's not doing anything for us. I said, "I'll take care of it. I'm going to get your money back." So he lived in Manhattan, and I went to Manhattan. And every time I walked into, he was having like a party or a block party, whatever. And I met him, and I introduced myself. And very quietly, and I said, "We gave you $1,200. Nothing's done. Go write me a check now. We want our money back." And he went and he wrote me a check for $1,200.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, it's but it was a great. Remember, I told you we did a festival and we had this big party after. And I was fine. My mom, she told me, she said, "I never seen you this happy before," and it was just a great experience. So if Tommy, if you see it, there was a lot of positive shit going on, a little bit of negative stuff that I felt shouldn't have been happening, but it was. That was one of the greatest experiences and the biggest disappointments at the same time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I want to read you another question. Hold on, and then we'll end this in a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm in the zone. What?
You got 2 minutes left. You got 128.
Well, I'm in the zone. Wait, give me a second. Let me see what else we got here. Are you bootstrapped or funded? Well, I guess we're funded now because we for the loan. We were bootstrapped, you know. What differentiates your company from the competitors? We're small and we're little, and we make a soft product. I don't think anybody makes a soft product like we do. Usually the granolas are like harder or crispier.
Like the little granola bars are kind of soft.
That's soft, except for the Nature Valley. That's like
Yeah.
that's like almost sawdust in there. Okay, what inspired you to do your story? We talked about that. What problem you were trying to solve when you began? There wasn't a problem. I wasn't trying to solve anything. Hold on. Is a raisin in granola still a grape at heart? I think so. I think a raisin is always a grape.
A raisin is always a grape.
Yes, well, that's what raisins are. They're dried grapes.
Dried grapes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's always a grape. Just taking a little turn for the worse. Um, when did you first realize granola was your calling and not just a phase between yogurt and regret?
Oh my gosh.
I guess that day in my sister's house when I
Yeah,
saw
when people started
everybody
eating
eating
it. Yeah,
that
so you already have the
granola.
bug from dipsticks.
Yes, went from
And then you're
dipsticks
just like,
to
what?
goodies,
Oh,
granola, and
people
dippity
like this
doo, a
granola?
dippity.
Oh, that I got from a piece of paper in the fucking paper. All right, great. Goodies granola.
All right, we're in the granola business.
Yeah, man.
What makes your granola not taste like bird food? Well, this is a very interesting question because when we first started the granola business, it was harder for us to get into a store. So what we did is we didn't cook the mixture, didn't add any like liquid to it. It was all dry because it was like oats and nuts and coconut, no cinnamon, no chemicals in there. And we marketed goodies goodies gourmet pet food. And we were in pet shops, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island. People were buying this shit like so. That's how that's how that started.
Oh, man.
Okay, hold on. I know you're tired. I know.
Oh, somebody said they wanted to see your dog. Somebody commented we want to see your dog.
All right, come here, Kobe.
Oh.
Come here, Kobe. Come here, Kobe. Come here, you. Come over here. Okay, come here, Kobe. Okay, come on, sit. Oh. I want you to meet Kobe. Say, hi, Kobe. This is a little mini Bernedoodle. That, oh, you good boy. This guy is the sweetest dog ever.
Aww.
Smart. Follows me everywhere, to the bathroom, taking a shower, going to bed. I mean, he is like my third leg. Come here, you. Come here, you. This is a good dog. Kobe is, he's the man. He's my boy, Kobe. Come here, Kobe. Come here. Sit. Sit up. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Look at you. Come on. Oh, you such a good boy. All right, Kobe made the live podcast. What was I talking about before I?
Oh,
Wait.
man, no, sorry, I got
No, that's cool. That's cool. I hope whoever it is enjoyed enjoyed Kobe. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, is your granola more hiking in the mountains or eating it straight from the bag at 2 a.m.? Well, I think it's a combination of both, because if you're hiking in the mountains, you're not pulling out a bowl. I don't think you're going to eat it straight out of the bag. That's one of the beautiful things about Goody's granola is you go skiing. You put this in your ski outfit. You go canoeing. You go rowboating. You go fishing. You put it in your tackle box. It's just and you'll love it. You'll love it. Goody's granola. You gotta eat it to believe it. Please buy it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's see. If your competitors with cereal, hold on, folks. I never really read this stuff. What's something customers do that secretly drives you crazy? When I'm doing a demo and I got these customers that are wearing fur coats and wearing these big rings and looking real good, and they love the granola and they say, how much? And I tell them it used to be $4.29, and they go, for this bag? And you want to smack them in the head with the bag. but you know, you kind of have to bite the bullet, or they go, nah, they this or that. So it's you gotta take that shit with a grain of salt, a grain of sand, some kind of grain you gotta take it with. Let's see, hold on. Hold on. Well, you know, how would you describe your leadership style? Well, um, I have a vision and I have a plan, and I come from the theater world, and I have a worth ethic where I'm there all the time. I'm there on time, and that's one of the things I look for when I take people in. But I also listen to them. I mean, you never, I feel, should put a deaf ear to suggestions. You don't know how someone else is going to look at your business, or maybe what they can contribute, or they have an idea. And it's up to you to, if you see something, don't be afraid to use it and give them credit. So I'm kind of laid back. I get a little crazy every once in a while. I get a little antsy because you get a little anxious. But basically, I ask people, you know, like, please do this or please do that. And I really don't get angry. I get disappointed at times. Like, I had people that worked here that I liked, but, you know, they wouldn't come on time, or, and I'm not talking about about anyone that we know. But you know, they had a different attitude. It wasn't like their thing, you know. They're young. They were younger people, and they were into other stuff at the same time. But you got to be in it to win it. And again, I want to say it again. If you want something, like if you want someone to come in and help you out, they say get someone involved in the theater. You'll always get it done. You'll get it done quickly, and it'll be done right. And if it's not done, if they don't know, they'll ask questions. So that's my style. Get it done, and try not to yell. I work for people that yelled at everybody, yelled at their family. It was terrible. I have one dealership that wanted to give me a desk, and I just said no, and the guy said, why not? I said, because you guys, all you do is yell at each other. Father, the son, and this guy scream in front of customers. I mean, it's just, if I wanted to do that, I could have went back to my ex-wife. Just give me a second, folks. I never really looked at this stuff. This is an interesting thing. Have you ever had a customer who treated your granola like it changed their life? Yes, I actually have people at demos that have bought it and didn't like granola. All of a sudden, they loved this. They would buy it. They would comment on it. They would recommend it to people. And yeah, I've had people that, you know, it changed their life in a good way, where they just appreciated what we did and the product. They appreciated the texture, the flavor. They even like the bags. A lot of people like the bags. They say how convenient it is, but it's very great. And also, what I noticed, when I do a demo, or my son does a demo, and we tell him that we own the company, puts a whole nother light on the subject. Like, I was walking in my neighborhood We have this place, Fraser Park, and I talk to everybody. I say hello, good morning, whatever, you know. And I was talking to this couple, and I tell people I have a podcast. I got to get a T-shirt saying I have a podcast. So I'm sitting next to, I'm standing, and these two people is on the bench, and we're talking, and I say, I got this podcast, and they go, oh, really? What is it? And I said, well, it's called Goody's My Place, and I make my place your place. And I said, I have a granola company. And this woman, she goes to me, what's the name of your company? I said, Goody's Granola. She goes, are you Goody? And I go, yeah. She goes, oh my God, I eat your stuff. And she goes like this, I can't believe I'm meeting you. It was like a surreal experience. She's going like this. Oh my God, Goody is here. Goody's Granola. Anyway, you get that stuff a lot when you're doing a demo. They go, wow, you own the company? No kidding. Wow, you own the company? Because we're not just a salesman there. Most of the people are hired people. I've watched people do demos and they're on their phones all the time, or they're walking away because it's slow, and they're getting paid to do this, and they're not doing anything to help. Demos there are trying to get a reorder. Try to get as much off the shelf as possible so you get the reorder. You're still not making money, but you have movement. It's very important. Stores have to see movement. If they see movement, if they don't see it, like I see when I go into Whole Foods and on these products, there's this big sign saying last chance. And last chance means it's the fucking garbage, after a while. Or they'll donate it. They'll donate it. So you gotta be careful. But that woman made my day, let me tell you. I haven't had anyone that happy to see me ever. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, on a scale from casual snack to lifestyle identity, how serious is your granola?
How serious is your
How
granola?
serious? Yeah, this is serious shit, man. Let me tell you. I talk to them. I talk to my granola, and we get serious. We get down, and we talk. We can talk for hours. I should videotape me talking to my granola, because it is some serious shit now. Anyway, talk to your food. They'll love it, like plants. Okay. All right.
Him digging.
You taking a picture?
No. Yeah, it was, no, he was just digging the couch.
Yeah. It's making it comfortable for him.
Really?
Be honest, how many times have you Googled your own business? Not many. That's my son's job. Okay, if you're competitive, well. All right, listen. I had fun. I hope you had a good time, Jason. It was interesting. I hope that one person that asked about
I actually got to see him.
Kobe after she turned it off.
I was just like, yo, because I was so deep into it. Then I looked on YouTube and I was like, oh, there's a comment.
All right. Well, at least Kobe got a comment. One person tuned in. I hope she liked it more as some of it was interesting.
Yeah,
This was actually a test run.
yeah,
I do want to tell you that Friday at 7 o'clock, that's the 10th of April, we will be doing a live podcast about drug addiction and recovery. We're going to have two people, Gemma and Eugene. They are a married couple that have been clean and sober. One of them has been clean and sober for 13 years. One of them had a relapse, but has been clean and sober for the last 6 years. We are going to talk about the full gamut, how it started, what age they started. They also are in charge of meetings. Hopefully, they can have a phone number and guide you in the right direction if you need help or if you have someone that does need help. We're going to be talking about again what age it started, the gateway drug, how it affected the family, their schoolwork, their friends. Once you get into the drug scene, your friends are going to change because the old friends that are not into it, you're not going to be associated with them. How is it to get into recovery? Uh, and whatever we can talk about, it's going to be fascinating. So if you, that one person that watched this thing, if you have a question, please email it to us if you don't want to watch it, or if anyone else knows anybody that needs help, have them ask a question or you ask a question for them. And if we can help one person, our mission is accomplished. Please tune in for addiction and recovery on April 10th at 7 o'clock p.m. Uh, hope if anyone watched this, and hope you enjoyed it, and God bless, and thank you. Peace out, folks. You got to eat it to believe it.